In this video, we will going to discuss about how to write a program to print 10 numbers in each line. So include stdio.h, so include conio.h, so main, so int n comma I comma count. So that means n is the value, enter the value of n, I the number of counts what we are going to do, and this is the count. So scanf, read that particular number value, then count is equal to 0, initialize the value, count is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, while I is less than or equal to n, printf percentage dt d slash t and I. Count plus plus, if count is equal to 10, then printf go to slash n, the next line count is equal to 0, then I is equal to, then close the parenthesis, then go to I is equal to I plus 1 and get character function. So this is how it will going to work. So that means here when you see that if you have the enter the value of 10, 30, then 1, 2, 3, 4, so till to the 30 it will going to print in the next line like this. So how this will going to function we are going to see by writing the program. So to do that, so first we will go to Turbo C++. Then include stdio.h, then include conio.h, then main, then int n comma I comma count, then printf, enter the value of n, then scanf, read that particular number, read that particular value, percentage d and n, then initialize the value of count is equal to 0, then I is equal to 1, then while I is less than or equal to n, then enter this value, printf percentage d comma I, then enter, then count plus plus, then if count equals 10, then enter this printf slash n, then count equals 0, then take I is equal to I plus 1, then close this, then get character function, then close this. So here we are going to write CLR SCR. Now when you run this program, so statement missing, count plus plus, then you just give the statement. Suppose if you type 60, see what happens. You are going to get it as like this, percent 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So till 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So it is not in a readable format. That is basically because we have given percentage d and colon. If you give 10 here, then you see how it will go to functions. So if I take 60, then it will going to give this value as 1, 2, 3. So this is how it will going to work when you are working in this function. Suppose if I don't give the printf statement here, so that is the reason for this printf slash n. See what happens if you don't give. Then let us see what will going to be the result. Then if I say 60, so it will take these values and it will going to give that values for the value of this. So then it will not going to have any major issues on count is equal to 0. So now if you run to by having a tracing, if you go for a main, then go to function F7, then enter the value of n is 30. Say for example, I will just count is equal to 0, then I is equal to 1, then is 1 is less than or equal to 30, yes. So it will print that particular value, 1, count is equal to 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. Then if count is less than 10, yes, then it will skips that, then it comes to the next line. So again I is equal to 2, then 2 is the value of 2 will going to be printed, or 3 will going to be printed. Then it increments by 1, 4. It comes to this, print that value 4. Then go to the count, increase that count by 1, 5. Is 5 is equal to 10? No, so it skips that. Then it comes to this, 5 will be takes the increment to 6. Then 6 is less than or equal to 30. Yes. So it comes to that, print that particular value of 6. Then count 7. So 7 is equal to 10. Yes. Then increments that. Then go to 8. Go to print that 8. Then increments. Then go to 9. 9 is less than or equal to 10. Then 10. So is 10 is equal to 10. Yes. So printf count is equal to. So it keeps on repeating the same thing till it becomes 30. So that means this is the tracing what we are trying to do. So this is a very lengthy process. So every time we need to do the same increments. So till to get out of the loop you need to work. Once you get out of the loop, then it will go to the get character function. So you are going to get to the get character function, and then you finally you are going to get the output. Then just I will give for enter the value of 10 as 20, or just I will take 15. So count is equal to 0. So print that value. So you are getting this. So just we are trying to do for 15 now. So you'll be able to get this 15 numbers with this. So this is how this will going to work in this program. Now we're going to come out of this, quit and say no. So then we'll come to this part. Then you will just come down to given a reverse number. So to do that, here C function to reverse a given number. So first include stdio.h. So include conio.h, reverse int. So open the braces, int, reverse and digit. You declare this reverse and digit as an integer variable, and reverse is equal to 0. Initialize it. While n is not equal to 0, digit equals n percentage 10. That means the remainder should be 0. Then n is equal to n divided by 10. Reverse is equal to digit plus 10 into reverse. Then you close the parenthesis or the braces, return revolution reverse. Then close this. Then go to the main, CLR is CR. Then declare the variable as integers as n comma rev as integers. Enter the value, enter the number. So the number what you are entering, which will going to be taken as n. Scanf, enter the number. We will going to enter the number as 567. So read that number. Reverse n. So printf reverse percentage d %d/n reverse and get character function output. Enter the number 567. Reverse of 567 is 765. So this is how it will going to work. So how this actually designs the work, we will be able to see here. Take the number as 567, reverse it. So if you have 567, first step is obtain the digit 7. How do I able to obtain the digit 7? After separating 5, 6. So here first digit is 7. So once you take the 7 plus digit is 7. So plus 10 into reverse. So initialize array value as 0. So 10 into 0 is become 7. So you will going to get 7 first. Then step 2 is you take 56 now. After separating you will going to get 56. So if you get 56 in step 2, obtain the digit 6. So after separating you will going to get 5. So then rev will be equal to digit is 6 plus 10 into 7. So that is because 76. So you're going to get 7 and 6. Then again you have the, after separating you have 5. So you take 5, obtain the digit 5 plus 10 into 76. After separating you're going to get 0. So you're going to get 765. Then how do I able to reverse? How do I going to separate this? So to separate this, if you divide this 567 by 10, so what happens? 10 5s are 50. So you're going to get 67. 10 6 are 60. So you're going to get the 7. So obtain the digit 7. After separating, you will going to get 5, 6. So the digit what you will going to get as the remainder is 7. So that is how the 7 will going to be separated. Then again, when you are trying to divide this 56, 10 divided by 56 divided by 10, you're going to get 5. 10 5 is 50. So you're going to get 6 has been separated. And after separating, you will going to get this quotient, which is 5. So it will going to be this one. So that is the reason why here we have used digit n%10. That means the remainder should be equal to 0. So that is the reason why we are dividing n by 10. So n by 10 means 567 divided by 10. You will going to get the remainder, which will going to be the value. So you will going to get this. So that digit what you will going to get plus 10 into reverse. So that is how you will going to able to solve this. So to do that in the program, so we will come down to this. So this is the 765. I need to get the value. So to get this, so first we will go for the Turbo C++. Then first we will say include stdio.h, then include conio.h, then int reverse int n, then open the braces, then int reverse, then int digit, then reverse is equal to 0, initialize it, then while I or n is less than or equal to 0, then enter. So digit is equal to n%10. So that is the remainder. So you are going to take the digit now. Whatever it is there in the remainder, that will be considered as a digit. Then n equals n by 10. Then remaining that 56 divided by 10. Then rev equals digit plus 10 star rev, and then close this, then return rev, and then close this. Now we will come to the main program, main, then open the braces, then int n comma rev. So here you give the clear screen. Before that, CLR is CR, then int n rev, then printf, enter the number /n. So that is the number is 567. Then scanf %d and n and n and n. Then rev equals reverse n. Rev equals reverse n. Then printf within quotes reverse %d, that is reverse of 567 equals 567 765. So %d /n, then n comma rev, then get ch function, then close it, then go to run this program. So enter the number as 567. So the number 567 with the reverse is 765. Suppose if you give the number as 123, so the reverse of this will be 321. So this is how it will going to be executed. So if you want to trace this, so I'll go for the main function, press F7, enter the number, scan the number. I will take 567, then enter, then come down to reverse. So it will come to the initial reverse value is 0, while n, what is that n here? The n is 567 is not equal to 0. So here digit n is equal to 56 divided by 10. So 567 means 10. So you will going to get the remainder value as 7. Then that is n is equal to n divided by 10. That is what the digit will be. The remainder what you will going to take. The remainder is 7 there. So first when it divides, you are going to get the remainder as 7. So 7 is the digit. So 7 is the digit plus 10 into ref value is 0. So you will going to get 7. Then it goes to n, that 567 is not equal to 0. Yes, then digit is equal to n divided by 10. So that means n is equal to, so the new value is how much? The new value is 56. 56 divided by 10. So the digit will going to become 10. Sorry, 6. 6 plus 10 into rev. Rev is 7. So 70 plus 6, 76. Then again it goes to this. Is 567 is not equal to 0. No. Then digit is equal to 5 divided by the remainder is 0. So n is equal to n divided by 10 means you will going to get the remainder as this. So here 7, 6. Then digit will be 5. 5 plus 10 into 76 into 10. It will going to be 10 into 76 is 76. So it will be 765. So then once it is executes, then it will come to the reverse value. Then comes down to this. Then go to this printf and get character function, and then finally it will going to give the value. So this is how this function, this program will going to work in this stepwise tracing. So once you do that, so now we will going to come out of this Alt F, quit, and say save changes. No. So this is how it will going to execute this program. So in the next video we will going to talk about to find the sum of digits in a given number. Thank you.